Some of y'all, it is good afternoon. Good morning, guys. I wanted to come and discuss the candle cleanses and what you can expect during your candle cleanse, okay? What does the candle cleanse What is it for? It's to cleanse you of bad energy. Okay, so bad energy can affect you in a lot of different ways. It can affect you financially. It can affect your health. It can affect your relationships with your family. It can even have an effect on the people around you. Hold on a second, because that's like pushed too far down. There we go. Lot of you need cleanses. And the reason why you need cleanses is because you shake hands with dirty people all the time with bad energy, especially if you work with the public. Even if you just take phone calls for the public, like customer service, this is an exchange of energy. You know, for some reason, in my opinion, phone communication is possibly more powerful than in person sometimes. Just depends on, you know, what a person's intent is. So I've actually felt negative energy get transferred to me on the phone. Everybody knows that that can happen. First of all, I am running a sale on all of my spell work. So you can go to the website and check that out. In fact, let me go ahead and link that in the chat because it's in the video description box. Cool. I updated that. So, the reason why my cleanses, why I think they're powerful, is because for the most part, I am clean. Okay. I don't do a lot of dirty magic and I don't do a lot of dirt to people. In fact, a lot of you have bad energy that is either going to affect you in a really, really, really negative way, or sometimes it may just affect you a little bit. And there's a lot of different things that people tend to participate in that can leave bad energy on you, such as gossip, okay? Taking money from people and not appreciating it, or either not paying it back, you know, or either, you know, taking support from people and then, you know, kind of throwing them under the bus. Okay, that's going to leave bad energy on you. And a lot of people don't like to believe in karma, but a lot of people, they don't know what they're doing when they're doing it. And I can tell you that me as a practitioner, my experience with people is that there are a lot of dirty people in this world. I'm just being honest with you. And their energy can affect you. So I feel like the auric field cleanses are really good because it also gives you a chance to explore. Okay. It kind of gives you a chance to explore yourself and, you know, how that bad energy has affected you. So I always do candle cleanses. I always use candles. And then I also do exorcisms on the phone because a lot of people do need exorcisms. Let me make sure this is covered up. So these are actually candles from actual real spell work. And you can kind of see at the top there where there was some negative energy. I removed most of it during my incantations. But that's pretty much what I use is a 7-day candle to do your cleanses. And the way that I do it, I don't know how anybody else does it, but the way that I do it. And my clients, they have really, really loved it. If you go to the website, you can check out the reviews on there. You do get a 2-hour appointment. And some people can't sit on the phone for 2 hours, but some people can because, you know, we kind of discuss, you know, everything. Because a lot of people that need cleanses, they usually know that they need cleanses. Okay. And the reason why is because they know that they have either, you know, shook hands with somebody that was kind of jinxy, or either maybe they got involved in something that was less than ethical. Okay. Sometimes you will get involved in situations that are less than ethical. Those things do stick with you. And, you can get negative karma for that. A lot of people are getting negative karma from other people. A lot of people are getting negative karma from people that are just sort of not really thinking. Okay, a lot of people lack discernment, and the main thing that I can tell when people need a cleanse is when they lack appreciation for others. Now, a lot of y'all, when I say cleanse, it's definitely an exorcism, okay? Because a lot of people are very, very demonic, okay? And you can tell because, they'll make you feel demonic. You're normally a peaceful person. And then all of a sudden, as soon as that person sort of reflects or projects their energy out to you, then all of a sudden, you're feeling like things are not going the way that they should be going. You can, like for me, I can tell because I can feel when people are doing something to me. I can tell, I can see it coming. And it really, really does affect you. Okay. Especially when you cut ties with a negative person. When you cut ties with a negative person, seems like a bunch of demons come out, don't it? For some reason, the demon just starts to rage against you. Okay. And what's really sad is that people have issues and they create issues for you, don't they? Especially people that are trying to do spell work. Okay. And some of the things that I would say that a lot of you need cleanses for is the gossip. Hey, KG. If you're gossiping a lot, that means that you have a throat chakra imbalance. Okay. So if you're constantly talking about people, constantly talking negatively, that's gonna affect how people see you and whether or not they trust you or not. You notice how even when I get to arguing with my enemies, it's like, oh God, let me stay away from her for a while. You know what I'm saying? Because it does affect you. And so gossip is a big thing that people are used to doing. And gossip is actually very, very bad. Even in the Christian Bible, gossip is actually condemned in the Bible. And it's condemned for a reason, because your tongue is like your fiercest weapon. It's your worst weapon. Okay. So your gossip, slandering people, lying on people, taking money from people, and then pretty much just throwing them under the bus. That is and will create negative karma for you. It doesn't matter what you tell yourself, because those things are wrong. Also doing dirty spell work to people out of emotion. You got to be careful when you're working out of emotion. Okay, especially when somebody's not bothering you. So a lot of you witches and a lot of you need cleanses. Okay, especially if you're working with dark energies. Those energies will stick to you. And a person like me, who can feel everything, I'm gonna definitely shy and recoil away from people like that. Okay. So those are some of the main things. A lot of people that come to me to get cleanses, they're definitely affected by negative people, because negative people, they seem to leave a stain, don't they? And it's really sad when you see a negative person that you actually helped in some kind of way. And they seem to forget, don't they? They got a selective memory, don't they? And when people doing stuff like that, you can bet your bottom dollar that they are getting to get negative energy. Oh, I'm not worried about that dude. I'm not worried about that dude. That dude is under demonic attack and he's taking it out on me. So I don't have nothing to do with that dude. And you know what? Why else he's saying that? He's saying that because everybody said that he looked like he smoked crack. So that's why he's doing that. KG46. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, and KG46, really, are you serious? Like, you could have told me that in private. What are you trying to advertise this stuff? Like, what? I'm talking about my business and my cleanses. He don't have nothing to do with what we're doing over here. In fact, he's one of my enemies that I've had to put on my altar. So he's miserable right now. He's supposed to be on vacation and he's making videos about me. So go figure. I'm talking about my cleanses. Okay. So seriously, I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even talk to that person. I don't even know him. You know, so it's kind of like, and he's another dirty person. You can tell he's dirty. You can tell by his complexion. You can tell by the way his skin is just real. Yeah, he needs a cleanse. But going back to what I was saying, I'm just giving you a heads up. Well, I mean, I don't think the people on this channel care about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they care. I'm just keeping it real, you know. No one cares about what that guy is saying except for him and people that want to start shit. I don't care, to be honest with you, because he's just upset because he wants attention and validation. And I'm a woman. I've done what I've had to do to protect myself against somebody like him, KG46. And I'll let men handle him. See, he's trying to compete with a woman and go after a woman because he's a coward. And I don't have time for that. This is not about him. This is about people that need cleanses. I know that he needs a cleanse, but I would never do a cleanse on him. I wouldn't even offer it to him. I only offer cleanses to people that are clients or whatever, or, you know, I would never do a cleanse for him. Okay, what he got on him, I don't even want to deal with it. And I deal with some pretty demonic shit, parasites. Okay, there's a lot of people that have parasitic worms in their brain. Okay, a lot of you guys have parasites all throughout your body. So a lot of people, when they get my cleanses, they let me know that for some reason it cleanses out their bowels. And I'm not surprised about that because I always do a full chakra cleansing and I always mark the candles. So the candles marked, you know, extra with my intent, and then I also use a petition. So basically the way that it works is the same way as a reading. You go to the website, purchase it, and then I send you the booking link. And then you can schedule your appointment for whatever time is good for you. I always suggest that you do it at a time where you can be relaxed, where you can be alone. And typically I will do my cleanses in the evening because people are usually at home by then. And they can also take their salt bath, because I always have you take your salt bath either beforehand, or I just give you instructions to take your purification baths for like 7 days, or how many ever days you can, because some people can't commit to 7 days, some people can. So, and basically the way that it works is I read your chakras, and you can pretty much tell what energy is around your chakras. The one thing that I've noticed is actual spirits. Actual spirits. A lot of people that have issues within their stomach. Okay, this is where your solar plexus is at. A lot of people that have those issues actually have energies and demons feeding off of their solar plexus. Okay, that solar energy, that is very valuable. Thank you, KG. That energy is very valuable. It governs over your self-worth and your self-esteem. And when you're really, really low on solar plexus energy, it has the same effect as if you have way too much. So a person that's really, really low on solar plexus energy, there's certain things that I notice. I notice that the low self-esteem is usually there, the low self-worth, not being able to see the worth in others or the value in others. You know, even though you've decided to be involved with certain people, but you just can't see their worth. Well, it doesn't make any sense. I've seen people with horrible solar plexus imbalances that are just kind of walking around, everybody they hang around ain't about shit. Now, does that make sense to you? Then after a while, when you see that, it's like, well, maybe it's you. You know what I'm saying? And people that have an overinflated solar plexus, they usually have stomach problems. They usually have leaky gut. They usually have chest pains. They usually are over the top egotistical. I mean, to the 10th degree. Okay. And it shows in the way that they treat people, because actions speak louder than words. Okay. But words can hurt you. But they usually don't have an appreciation for themselves, which reflects out to other people. Now, your throat chakra imbalances, if you have a throat chakra problem, if you have a demon speaking for you, there are some people, I will do their cleanse and the demon will actually be speaking sometimes on the phone. And that's why sometimes I really do try to record the sessions, because you can actually hear it come through. It'll come through as sort of inaudible, but you can still tell, like when I ask a person a question, sometimes it'll answer. People that have throat chakra imbalances, they usually have a lot of hoarseness in their throat. They usually have thyroid problems. And the spiritual effect of having an off-balance throat chakra is that people are not going to trust you, and you're not going to trust others. Now, anybody that has that inside of them to not trust anybody, this is why no one trusts you. You see what I'm saying? So, and it doesn't make any sense, because there's a lot of people that literally everybody that they deal with, they have a complaint about. And after a while, you know that it's that person. And so a lot of times when people come in to get cleanses, they usually have some kind of wake-up call. Okay. Now, a lot of people are not just going to call me and tell me all the dirty stuff that they've done to people. They're not going to do it, but some people will. And they'll say, hey, I know I made a mistake. I did this to this person. And now I've been having nothing but bad luck. My health is bad. And it will affect you. Okay. Now, if you are somebody that has a whole fucking coven harassing you, then that's different, because, you're kind of like a solitary person and you're dealing with several people that are targeting you. And that can be really, really hard. So there's always protection included in your cleanses. My protection spells do work. Okay. It's all about who you let in. Now, let's talk about sexual partners, even astral sexual partners. Okay. Your astral sexual partners, or either your physical sexual partners, they can send you or give you diseases, okay, demons through sex, So if you're a person that has had sex with somebody that is very, very demonic, and then you wonder why you can't concentrate, you can't sleep, you can't eat, you can't do nothing, you ain't heard from that person, you sitting there and you're obsessing over them. Oh my God, where are they? Why didn't they call me? Why didn't they do this? Well, guess what? You may have dealt with somebody that was demonic, and you can actually stay in that demonic cycle for years. Okay. And that demon can be manipulating you. And a lot of people don't really know that it's manipulating them until you tell them that it's manipulating them. And it's like, wait a minute, you're under demonic manipulation. Okay. and it will affect you on a daily basis. Okay, especially if somebody has hexed you. Hexes, in my opinion, are easy to remove as long as you do it as far in advance as you possibly can. Okay, don't wait to do it, because these things can harm your body. They can manifest as weight gain, weight loss. Okay, they can manifest as illnesses, mental illnesses, suicidal thoughts, violent thoughts, because you are dealing with something demonic. And it's not necessarily up to you to cleanse that person. They got to help themselves. I mean, a lot of people, I've had people come and get cleanses on their husbands and they work because it's their husband. But, you know, doing you can't change people. A lot of people, like, that's standard. That's standard. You can't change people. You can only change your reaction. And that's the truth. Witchcraft is not necessarily about changing people. Nobody can change themselves except for themselves. So you got to do what you got to do to protect yourself against that nasty negative energy. And there's a lot of people with some really, really, really negative energy. And I've seen them. I've seen the way they operate. They tend to think that they're just going to get away with a lot of the shit that they do. Okay, especially when you got a witch that's after you, or either a high priestess that is crazy and stalking you. Okay, usually witches do not stalk people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, who has time for that? You know, and demonic people will stalk when they're demonic, and they're not going to be stalking you in a nice way. They're going to be stalking you in a very, very rude and malignant way. And, you know, just having one conversation with them can afflict you. Just one conversation will affect you, believe it or not. And you'll be wondering why that whole day was off, because you talked to that person. Now, a lot of that could be coming from your subconscious, because maybe you may have some deep-seated feelings for that person. You know what I'm saying? Not romantic feelings, but you may feel some type of way about that person for whatever reason. If that's the case, what are you doing talking to them in the first place? Don't talk to people that give you bad energy. Why would you do that? Nobody does that. Now, I will tell you that there's a lot of people that will try to use you as a spiritual dumping ground. They just want to dump all their crap on you. Okay? People that you have helped can and will put curses on you. Doesn't matter if you were nice to them. Doesn't matter. You know, dark energies are always looking for somebody to feed off of. So unfortunately, there's no fairness when it comes to that. You know, you can sit up there and give that person the world, and all you got to say is blue, purple, pink, orange to them. And they will do whatever they can to destroy you and bring you down. And unfortunately, their spells do work sometimes, you know, and until you remove it, until you get that energy off of you, you're going to be affected by it. And a lot of people say, well, I did this for this person, and they just don't automatically get karma. Not all the time. There are karma protection spells that people can do. Okay. And the only thing that's going to penetrate through that is if you do something back to them. Now, I wouldn't suggest you do something back to them, because then you're just going to be sending negative energy back and forth. It's best to just cleanse the energy off of you and cut ties with that negative energy. I mean, that's the bottom line. You know, you can come and get, I mean, if you're getting negative energy from your job, obviously you can't cut ties with your job. But if it's negative energy from a specific person, okay, then you need to get that stuff off of you. Okay. Main thing is when you're dealing with people that are cursed people, do not apologize. They do not care. They have no empathy. They just don't give a damn. Okay, that is the sign of a curse. All right, I don't care what nobody say. You have got to be cursed if you think that, if you think that way. So that's a person out the gate that's bitter. You know what I'm saying? And, I think that, on a lot of levels, people like that will eventually get karma. Yeah, because that's just the way that it is. But, in the meanwhile, that energy is left on your heart. It's left on your throat. It's left at the top of your head because they're paranoid about what they've done to you, ain't they? They're paranoid about it. They know they ain't right. Especially when you done stuck your neck out for people. Okay, and done sent people your money, your hard-earned money, and then they screw you over. Okay, now you would think, oh, that person gonna get karma automatically. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You can do karma spells on people. I do those too. So you can contact me about karma spells because I truly believe in giving people karma. I truly believe in that because there's some really disgusting people. Okay. There's been people that I've helped with their light bill, their gas bills, their food. And then you know what I've seen is that people will come to me initially for a reading. They'll be like, you know what, stuff is off and this and that. And, it'll be discovered that it's like a friend of theirs or a friend of me of theirs. And they're like, wait a minute, well, I just helped that person not too long ago. And why would they do that to me? Why are they doing this to me? And it's just that some people don't have a lot of logic. Some people don't have a lot to live for themselves. And a lot of people are just miserable. A lot of times when you meet them, they'll pretend that everything is all gravy and they got it all together. But then the next thing you know, that person is asking you for something and, you're nice enough to give it. And then they'll turn around and do dirty stuff to you. Okay. Now you can, wish karma on that person all you want. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get it unless you actually go to your altar and do something. But the negative energy that they have left behind. Okay. And then also past relationships. For some reason, a lot of people will curse people that they break up with. And it's usually out of anger from breaking up. But if a person continues and continuously comes after you, that is a demon. Okay. And that is something that you have to cleanse off of you. Also people that are trying to mess with your prosperity. That's something that is required that you need to cleanse from. So I was actually looking somewhere. As soon as you break it off with somebody, it's important to do a cleanse of that person's energy. Because more than likely, they were probably with you in the first place for the benefits that you brought to them. And when that benefit was no longer there, they decided, oh, well, I'm not, and that's not up for them to decide. Okay. So a lot of the times, when you come to me to get the cleanse, I'm not necessarily doing it to get back at that person. Okay. Even though that person probably will sense it and contact you. It's just cleansing their energy off of you. Okay. Depending on what a person did to you, you can send that energy back to them. Okay. Especially if I see it in the cards. So you can actually do reversals as well, or either karma spells. You don't want to necessarily do a reversal, but you can do a spell to make that person get bad karma. Okay, because that's what they deserve. And I think especially if you have helped somebody financially and they do you dirty, okay, that actually can affect you. Did you know that? Because what you have done is you have given something of yourself for somebody that possibly is planning on giving you nothing. So when you do that, you waste your energy, you waste your time. Okay? And also, if somebody does you dirty and you need some kind of comfort, because I am an empath. Goodness gracious. Oh, let me put that on the white list. Okay. There's a lot of people that think that they can just do whatever they want to do. They can say whatever they want to say about you or to you, steal from you, threaten to kill you, and things like that. And those things will affect you. Those things are actually affecting you at a DNA level. Okay, so this is why the candle cleanse is so powerful, because it's fire. And then I also use water. This candle, I actually put it in the center of a bowl of water. So that's why it's kind of discolored at the bottom. But unfortunately, even if somebody does you dirty, it's important to cleanse that energy off of you, because what will end up happening is that demonic energy that they sent to you, it will just fester. It will fester in your spirit, in your soul, and it'll get worse and worse and worse. Okay? And see, they don't mind being miserable. You see what I'm saying? They don't mind, drama and hatred and all of that, because people that are about all that negative drama, demonic stuff, they pretended. Okay? That's how they got you. That's how they got you involved with them, because they were pretending that they were about something. And so they hid it from you. Can witches get taken like that? Hell yeah. Ain't no witch. There is no witch that is immune to being fooled by a demon. A lot of people try to make it seem like, oh, this and that. No, a lot of psychics, a lot of witches, because every witch ain't a psychic and every psychic ain't a witch. But if you, especially if you're practicing the craft. So, unfortunately, when you break up with somebody, that energy reflects on you. Unfortunately, it sucks, but it does. And the reason why it does is because it's an energy thing. Okay. When you're sitting next to somebody, when you're holding hands with them, really the way the spirits see it is you're kind of like guilty by association. So there's some people, you'll meet them, and as soon as they come into your life, things flip upside down. Like as soon as they come into your life. And it won't get better. It'll just get worse and worse and worse. Okay. Especially if it's been years since you even talked to them, or months or weeks. And I've seen people that are so demonic that they haven't spoken to a person in weeks, and yet they're still trying to hex them and curse them, and that person is not doing anything to them. I think that if you work or you operate that way, I think that you need a cleansing. And you need a cleansing worse than other people, because you're not thinking. You're not thinking. That person ain't contacted you. That person ain't did nothing to you. That person ain't said shit to you. And you're running around stalking and harassing them and wishing bad on them. And it's not their fault that you're angry. It's not their fault that you're upset. You're just taking all that crap out on them. You need a cleansing if you're doing that. Okay. So I think that it's important for you to understand the energy that you're doing. A lot of people think it's okay to do that, but to be honest, it's not. People that don't think about others, people that, wish death on your family for nothing, literally for nothing. You gotta let the punishment fit the crime, don't you? Okay, just because a person said, hey, I don't want to talk right now, I'm going to kill this person. I'm going to put this person on my altar and kill them. You're dirty. You're dirty. Not them. It's you. Because that person has the right to not speak to you. That person doesn't have to do anything for you. But because you lacked appreciation in that person, you know what I'm saying? You leave a stain. Okay, there's a lot of people that have what we call stains. And, you know, they're just really, they're very confused. They want to find somewhere to drop them demons off. You know what I'm saying? Because they got a lot of them. There's a lot of people that have a lot of demons. Okay. And sometimes they come out on the phone. I've actually sat on the phone and talked to demons. I actually sort of was possessed the other day by a demon, and you guys witnessed that. It was really crazy because there was a draconian reptilian that was like basically stalking me. And see, some people that are inhuman, they don't really respond to spell work. Did y'all know that? When your enemy doesn't respond to spell work because they're not human. That happens too. There's some people that are, you know, they just won't respond to the spell work that you do on them. And unfortunately, you have to move, sometimes change your name, all sorts of craziness, you know, that you possibly. So if you have a stalker that's stalking you at your house or doing stuff like that, you know, I feel like people like that, they just deserve to get that karma spell. They deserve to get karma. So I actually do offer those because they're, and of course I do ask the cards first. I don't just go off and just do dirty work. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really like to do people's dirty work. But some people do deserve it. Okay. Because they just, you know, and a lot of people will try to really, you know, what I notice is people that try to act like just because they're mentally ill or they have problems that they have the right to do that. Oh, I've got a lot of problems, so I just have a right to do whatever I want to do to you because I have problems. Okay. And it's kind of like, but why? I didn't cause your problems. Oh, just because I have problems and what, for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? So that can be really devastating when you're dealing with a human being like that. But a lot of times they're very, very demonic. A lot of people, I'm going to be honest with you, I done seen a lot of people where I have just said to myself, you know what, that person is just not there anymore. There is no sign of any human qualities. Their reptilian brain has completely taken over. That is something that is going to affect them. But you know what the truth of the matter is that that demonic demon is going to try to take out as many people with it as possible. Okay. And let me go ahead and look at this real quick. Oh yeah, you can actually get hexed if you're an innocent person. Absolutely. That's why I'm coming here and talking to you guys about this, because there's some people that don't deserve to be hexed and they are innocent, but you can still be hexed. I mean, being that you have good karma, you know, you can remove the hex quicker, but unfortunately, bad things happen to good people, unfortunately. Okay. And because you guys have seen it, I'm a good person. I don't bother people. I honestly don't do anything to people. And a lot of people will just take your kindness for weakness. Okay, so that's when a lot of people will come and get revenge spells, because it's not fair. It's not fair for you to treat somebody that way and they've done nothing for you, especially people that have helped you. Now, I think that if somebody has helped you and you running around hexing and cursing that person, I think depending on their spirits, you may get some negative karma. But absolutely, innocent people get cursed every single day. Yes, they do. And it's unfortunate, especially when you get a really, really, really dirty, like root worker or whatever, that's put some kind of hex on you. Yeah, It can definitely work. But I think that the cleanses are really good to exercise that demon away from you. Okay. And sometimes these demons, I've actually had a few of them that are sort of choking the client all the time. I've seen people's, departed parents do that to them. So there's a lot of people that, they really don't understand. Some of you need cleanses from your parents. Okay, bottom line. If you got dirty energy, if your parent has dirty energy on them, doesn't matter if they're dead or alive, you can tell that they're sort of, still there hovering. And there's some parents that hate their kids. Okay, just out the gates, they hate them. It's responsibility. A lot of you are very ignorant and gullible to that. You just go around blind while, there are people close to you that are trying to destroy you. And it does affect people around you to the point where people ain't gonna want to talk to you. If you're sitting up there allowing somebody to do that to you, if you're sitting up there allowing that kind of dark energy around you, the people that you deal with have the right to not deal with you because you're dealing with dirty energy. And I think that is one of the reasons why people will there be a repercussion for someone that performs a revenge spell to destroy an innocent person? Yes, ma'am. But I think that sometimes you have to actually push that energy to them, because it could take months and months and months. We all know that dirty people, they get away with a lot, don't they? If you let them. Oh, thank you, Goddess. They get away with a lot if you let them. And you just got to be careful. Because when you do those kind of things, especially out of anger, and especially when you're dealing with a practitioner and that practitioner knows that you have done something, there's definitely going to be repercussions. I actually do use the Bible for some of my curses when I do them. And I love using them badass curses in that Bible. Because you know that Bible is filled with curses, don't you, KG46? So a lot of people, when they're doing dirty work, they will go to the Bible. And even though I am a pagan high priestess, I use Bible curses as well. And they are very, very powerful. I actually have a lot of respect for the Bible. Believe it or not, even though there's a lot of crap in it that we don't like, I still have a lot of respect for it. And I have a lot of respect for, I just have a lot of respect for the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because it does say a lot of good things. It does give you a lot of good advice to protect yourself. In particular with gossip. If you're a person that is gossiping about people all the time, what do you think is going to happen to you? And KG46, especially again, if that person literally stuck their neck out for you and damn near died for you and stuck by you through something, and then, a year or so later, you get angry at that person. You go, oh, I'm going to curse you. And you're thinking, well, curse me for what? And at that moment that a person is saying that they're cursing you, you need to be doing something about it. Okay. Especially if you have like a really strong intuition about stuff and you can just feel that something is going to happen, because I'm that way. I am that way. I'll just get that feeling and I'll just be like, oh my God, something's going to happen. And I'll be knowing it. So I'm actually a good, like I'll be a good guard dog. Y'all. They told me I look like a bulldog before. I'm a good guard dog. Like okay. Have y'all ever watched True Blood? the show? I know that it's a supernatural show, but y'all remember how they would take Sookie to go and read minds of people for them? I'm that way. I swear to God, I can tell what somebody is thinking, and this is what I want to tell you. Your third eye. This is the biggest one. Your third eye chakra. This is where you hold all of your repressed negative memories. And that is the main place that affects you. I swear to God, because this is your foresight. This is your intuition. This is your wisdom. This is your brain. So everything in your body functions from your brain. And if your third eye is off balance, there's symptoms that you have. And I actually went over those symptoms. So if you guys want to go back to that hangout that I did, it's actually very valuable, because a lot of people don't understand that this stuff can affect you guys. And I did a candle cleanse on myself. If you remember, 3 years ago, I looked about 20 years older than I look now. Now, I did have extra weight on me. Some people look good with weight on them. Some people do. For me, if I gain too much weight because I have such a small frame, it'll just make me look like I'm about 60. I don't know what it is. You know, even when I was younger, if I was too overweight. And I actually did that cleanse on myself. And, you know, it worked tremendously. So weight issues, headaches, dizziness, stroke, high blood pressure, kidney problems, adrenal fatigue, infertility, okay, depression, anxiety. And what is it that your third eye is connected to? This is connected to also your truthful expression, okay, or either just seeing, you know, having intuition and seeing, you know what I'm saying? That's really, really, really important, because you can get your hands dirty. And when I say you can get your hands dirty, you can get your hands dirty. Just like there's people that can go to jail for committing crimes that they did not know was a crime. Judge don't care. They just want you to pay the piper. Same difference. Okay, when you think about it and you compare it, and you'll be like, well, I just didn't know. And, you know, a lot of times you know, look, when I've made a mistake with people in general, I don't have a problem with apologizing to people. I'll sit there and cry with you, because I'll have genuine guilt. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't like to hurt people. You know, and I think that's why a lot of people like to come to me, because they know that I don't like human suffering. Okay, I have sat on the phone and cried with people a lot, you know, just because of the issues that they're having. And it'll just be so just devastating, you know, just some of the stuff that people go through, especially I'm sorry, guys. Hold on a second. Hold on, guys. I'm actually going to go warm up my coffee, and then I'm going to come back and talk some more about cleanses, because I need to follow up with a client. Okay. Just to let you guys know, my schedule will fill up because my cleanses are on sale for $100. Okay. I want you guys to take advantage of that. And the reason why I decided to do that, I was going to make them $125, but I said, no, I want to make them more affordable. So I went ahead and did that. And the reason why is because I've got all the stuff that I need. I don't need to order anything special unless I'm doing some kind of love spell for you. But yeah, with my cleanses being set at 100, my schedule's more than likely going to get pretty full with those prices. So I'll be back to discuss that with you guys. And it's only going to be for a limited time only, probably until the new moon. Okay. And the new moon is like 23rd or 24th. So I will be right back. I'm going to play some, I was listening to some some instrumentals. Love and Happiness. That's my song. I think I'm gonna play a little. I think I'm gonna do this. I'll play a mantra, guys. I gotta go use the bathroom because I've been drinking coffee. I'll be right back. Also, guys, when I play the frequencies, please, if you think, look, let me say this before I go because I gotta go pee like a Russian racehorse. But if you come to my channel and you think that I am doing anything to harm you, you need a cleansing. You need a cleansing. That's all I gotta say, because when I play these frequencies are actually good for you. So this one that I'm playing, I will link it to you because a lot of people are really, really paranoid. They're really, really scared. So I'm going to link this to you. This is what we're listening to while I go to the restroom. Okay, I'll be right back. That is a really, really good one, guys. Okay, I am back. I had to go get my coffee and I had to go use the restroom. Okay, so going back to what to expect during your cleanse, you're going to get like a thorough reading. Like a lot of times, what I will do is I'll even do a past life reading. That's another thing I was going to tell you. Doing cleanses to cleanse you of your previous life. Believe it or not, you bring that karma in with you. And a lot of times you are actually subconsciously affected by your past life. So a lot of people kind of don't understand that, but it is possible. And the reason why is because nothing ever dies. It just changes form. I do believe in reincarnation. So I am a reincarnation person. I truly believe it. And the reason why is because I feel like I've been here before. Okay. And I feel like other people have been here before. I think we've always been here. I think we'll always be here unless we're in like the spiritual plane. You know what I'm saying? Without a physical body. A lot of people are, there's a lot of spirits, okay? A lot of them. And, you know, they literally do follow people around. Spirits can be banished. They can. You just have to banish them. That's what you have to do because they're harmful. You know, some of these malevolent spirits that are on you, and some of them will be sitting on your chest. Okay, there's people that have chest heaviness. That is, you know, because you should be able, this is another thing that I do. A lot of people have shortness of breath, anxiety. So, you know, I'll actually do breathing exercises for you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're having trouble breathing, a lot of people will have asthmatic symptoms. In my opinion, it could be spiritual, in my opinion. Now because it's kind of like when it comes to asthma, and asthma is actually one of the symptoms of a heart chakra, and maybe even a solar plexus imbalance is asthma. And because it just makes no sense to me for your bronchial tubes to all of a sudden start closing up. That makes no sense. So to me, I kind of feel as though something is up with that. You know what I'm saying? And I also think, you know, I think in some cases, you know, because some people are like, well, I'm not asthmatic all the time. And then also allergies. Allergies are actually a possible sign of imbalances as well. So some people just have allergies. I know I'm an allergy sufferer and I freaking hate it. It sucks so bad. But some of us do have, like with your throat chakra, nobody believes anything that comes out your mouth. Ain't that weird when you got something around your throat chakra? And see, this is where your trust is. Okay. Root chakra imbalances. It can cause identity issues. If you have a root chakra imbalance, it can also cause survival issues. Now, root chakra means root. It means, this is like the first chakra to form, okay, in your spiritual system. And this is from gestation to birth, and I think to up to like 2 years old when your root chakra is developing. And if it's off balance, you'll find that you'll have depression, anxiety, back pains, um, fatigue, and then also you'll have a hard time surviving. Okay, because that's connected with your willpower. It's connected to your self-preservation. It's connected to your willpower to live, and then your right to live, your right to be here. So if you're feeling depressed and down on yourself and you feel like, why am I here? I shouldn't be here. I don't feel right here. A lot of people do feel that way anyway about Earth. I personally like Earth. Earth has air to breathe. It has water to drink. It has, solid foundation to stand on. And it also has warmth and that fire energy. So I actually really love being on Earth. But there's a lot of people that don't. And I think that it does have something to do with root chakra imbalances, because when you think about it, a person that doesn't have the will to survive, okay, how do you think their life is going to be? And a lot of people think, oh, yeah, I do have a will to survive. A lot of people think that they do, but they don't. Okay, especially when you're doing these destructive patterns to yourself and other people. You literally, in my opinion, I think that if everybody paid it forward, right, in the perfect world, if people just paid it forward, we would be a lot better off. Good Lord, why am I sweating? Hold on. Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. So anyway, the cleanses, from what people have told me, is that it does make them feel better. Especially after you have the 2 hour reading, it really does help people put things into perspective and put their life into perspective and to understand, why they've been going through a lot of stuff that they've been going through, because a lot of people have traumas in their childhood. And through those traumas, it's a gateway. Okay, trauma, pain, stress, this opens up something in your body so that things can enter sometimes, especially if you're subjected to long-term stress. Okay, so a lot of us, not just a lot of you, a lot of us are carrying around bad energy from our childhood. And I actually, I've dealt with people that have had some pretty horrific childhoods, and a lot of times you have to really heal your inner child, because it's that inner child that is, still being affected, because we're made up of, cells and DNA and mitochondria, whatever, and blood and bones. But that stuff sticks with you, and you can carry it out. You can carry it with you your whole life, and can really make it hard to function. Especially if you're tired, if you're depressed all the time, if you don't feel good, if you're having health problems. One of the main things that I see is heart chakra imbalances and solar plexus. Solar plexus is the number one. For some reason, that energy, it seems to be sort of valuable because it's energy. Your solar plexus is connected to your sun energy, is connected to a lot of different things. It governs over your stomach, governs over your I feel like your solar plexus it actually governs over your uh, large and small intestine and your liver, and anything in your midsection. So those imbalances will mess you up, and they will make people act strange. Sometimes I don't know where this throat thing is coming from. Good Lord. So if you're not sure if you need a cleansing, you can always come and get a reading. And I can tell you if you are a good candidate for one. So a lot of times people will just come and get a 30-minute reading or an hour reading, and I'll figure out that you need a cleanse. Hold on a second, guys. Give me one moment, okay? I got something on my throat. Hold on. All right, sorry about that, guys. I don't know what the heck was going on with my throat a few minutes ago, but it was really, really, really getting on my nerve. Um, as a practitioner, I do cleanses a lot on myself. Good Lord. And they definitely do give you like a refreshed, renewed feeling. So the ones that I've done for other people, they've always said that they felt better. I also do fertility cleanses. So that's actually available on the website. Let me just tell you what my prices are because, like I said, all of my spell work is on sale currently. So this is kind of what I do, like a summer sale. Okay. So cleanses are 100 and it does include that 2-hour reading. There's a fertility cleanse, meditation, candle, and kit. So you'll get like a lot of herbs with that. And that is actually on sale for 150. But if you just want the herbs to bathe in, I can just send you the herbs that you need. So some people don't want the candle with it. They just want those herbs because those herbs are very, very powerful. My love reunion spells are on sale for $40 off. They're $160. And then your heart opening spell is $90 right now. So it's actually a really good time to take advantage of it. You can actually also get essential oils on the website. But if you order the, especially that fertility cleanse, if you have like, it's not just fertility, but fertility is very important. Being fertile is actually very important. Okay, a lot of people assume that we're just going to lose our fertility the older that you get. Well, we all know that ain't true because Janet Jackson is 50 something years old and she done gave birth to a little boy. So a lot of people think menopause. A lot of people don't see menopause as being normal. A lot of people see menopause as something else because, and I do know that, okay, once you get a certain age, good Lord, you're going to be, it's time to just kind of hang it up. Goodness gracious, if you like 70 or 80. But some people still be ticking at that age. They still be ticking at the age of 70 and 80. It's crazy. But it's definitely a possibility, you know what I'm saying, for you to keep yourself vital. It's vitality. So a lot of the herbs that you use for the fertility cleanse are actually good for your energy. It's good for your sex drive. A lot of people that are sexually frustrated. Okay. A lot of people that are sexually frustrated. And in particular, people that have long-term celibacy, believe it or not, can pick up a lot of negativity. Because I believe that a lot of things that function throughout our body, I believe that is a sacred place. And I believe that, your body and your mind and your spirit needs that kind of stimulation. And there's some people that lack having a sex drive. So they just have no sex drive at all. And I think that they do have a sex drive. I just think that they're ignoring it because a lot of times they're really uptight. Like, that's why I always encourage people to pamper themselves. You go buy you some pretty lingerie. You know what I'm saying? Because these are the things that are going to make you feel good. They're going to make you feel, girly, or if you're a man, because there are a lot of men that have issues. So men actually could benefit from that vitality cleanse because it really does get you going. I mean, it's got some really, really powerful herbs. So once you place that order on the website, I'll send you a list of the herbs that I'm going to be sending to you. If you get the candle cleanse, it will, be that price, but you can actually contact me if you just want the herbs and you just want to kind of do the meditation, because the herbs are very powerful, especially when you use them at certain times of the month. If you're having no period, if you're missing periods, if your periods are scanty, then it'll definitely help you. So that does include it's kind of the same thing as a cleanse, but not the same, because it's specifically focused on that area, but it will help your whole body. Okay, because a lot of times that area is kind of like there's so much spiritual chaos around your sacral chakra. Okay. Hold on a second, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I've actually done the fertility cleanse before also, and it definitely does help. Those herbs are amazing. Some of the herbs are calendula, astragalus, red clover, um, whole list. I don't have the list right in front of me right now, but when you order that fertility cleanse, I will be sending you a shipment. So there is a small shipping fee added on there depending on your location. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm back. Um, I think a lot of people, you know what? Let me tell you guys about witchcraft. Witchcraft does not just include lighting candles on people. Witchcraft generally comes from either spoken word. Okay, so hexes can be done in many, many, many different ways. Just somebody speaking something on you. And some people can do it better than others. Some people are very, very good at it, especially if they, have a particularly dirty or demonic energy around them. And I think it's important for you to, to be honest with you, I don't like getting angry or getting upset with people that I know have some kind of hex or some kind of demon on them. Because literally a lot of times they are not in control of their actions, okay? And this stuff can keep you in a certain place every single day of your life and keep that chaos around you. And it just makes you feel better. I feel like the candle is the most powerful thing for the transformation that takes place. In my opinion, I think it's the fastest and I think it's the most effective. Fire energy is very powerful. So now, of course, with your fertility cleanses, or if we're focusing on one area of your body, some of you have generalized pain in some areas, and there's certain rubs and salves and stuff with some really powerful herbs that can really make a difference, okay? My favorite herb is cinnamon. It's my favorite herb. Cinnamon has a lot of different uses. This is a very powerful herb, represents the fire element. And it's one of those very warming herbs, and it's also very good for you. So it's actually very good for a lot of different things. Like cinnamon has more uses than what you think. So does certain other herbs though. So there's a lot of different options that you have. There's no need to live your life in pain. There's no need to suffer every day. You know what I'm saying? And they do work miraculously. I've never had anybody come back and say to me, Jamila, your cleanse did not work. And I've been doing this officially for the past year and a half, officially. So I've never, ever once had somebody come to me and say, hey, your cleanse sucked. It did nothing for me. It made my life worser. Never had that happen. And it's because I think it's because of the fact that I use a little bit of spirituality, but I also use science. So, when I'm doing my rituals, also I do a ritual. I don't just light a candle and go blip, there you go. No, I do actual rituals, and I actually talk to the spirits about you. Okay. And so I don't I don't never do nothing halfway. Then also I believe in what I do. So when you have belief and faith, believe it or not, those things, first of all, ritual is very powerful. And so is faith, not fate. And what else was I going to say that was powerful? Rituals are powerful, and having faith is powerful. And then also the power of your mind. For me, even though, guys, I got a lot going on, shit, I can still clear my head and meditate. So believe it or not, when a person is casting spell work for you, they have to have the ability of the visualization. Okay. And that's all I'll say, because I don't want to give out my secrets, because, I mean, I think that most practitioners do things the same. Well, not most of them. Everybody doesn't do their cleanses the same. I actually had somebody that came to me, and there's some people do your cleanses by slaughtering a chicken. Okay. See, I work more so with sounds and frequencies. I charge your candle with sounds and frequencies. And also meditate, during the rituals. So my rituals can take anywhere from 15 minutes to 3 hours. It just depends on where the spirit takes me. So, Yeah, and so I just wanted to come by and let you guys know that I want to get ready to do my readings for today. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Um, and what else was I going to say? If you need readings, I am working on my schedule for tomorrow. Okay, so I can get you in tomorrow or possibly later on this evening. Okay, so just contact me. The cutoff time is 6 p.m. typically, and then it'll carry over to the next day. So I will be available for any readings that you need. Some people will come to me and, they've been to other psychics and they just want to confirm what another psychic told them. And then they'll end up getting, a cleanse because I think that the most powerful part of my cleanses is the reading, because you really, really get the time to actually explore everything, and you get to put all of that stuff together. And then some people will realize that they are doing it to themselves. Okay. I have told people a lot of times, keep your hands clean, make sure that you don't, deal with certain energies because they're very toxic. Okay. There's a lot of people that emit very toxic fumes. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all I can smell people from all the way over here. You know what I'm saying? So I can tell you that there's a lot of people that really have a lot of bad energy around them. And it's funny because, they're always trying to include you in that bad energy, and that energy can rub off on you. And it can be devastating. It can be devastating because, one day you're sitting there and you're just normal, and then, something will happen, and or you'll come across somebody. And the main thing that I've seen is the spirits that people come across at work. Okay, because money, for some reason, it brings in a certain amount of karma. That's why a lot of people possibly, have issues on the job. And if you're having issues on your job, to the point where you like you don't have a job, and they're messing with you and they're talking about firing you, and they're hiring people that are, younger than you or less experienced than you, is what I've heard a lot of people doing. It's a lot of people that have been with companies for years and years. And, they'll have that energy. Nurses are some of the main people that need cleanses, in particular mental health nurses. Okay, a lot of people think, oh, I'm in mental health and I'm not really working with, people that are having surgery or people that are sick, but you are dealing with people that have what they call mental illnesses. And mental illnesses to me are actually manifestations of demons or either some kind of spiritual activity. Okay, it just depends on where you're at, So that's, to me, that's literally all that they are, in my opinion. Okay. And a lot of people might disagree with me. Now, I will tell you that with certain things, you can see different things on brain scans. But again, I believe in what I do. So I believe that your own brain entrainment and, can change a lot of the things. Like, you have the power within yourself, within your brain, you know what I'm saying, to change the brain patterns, because that's really all you can do. There's a lot of people that have a lot of repressed negative thoughts and thought processes. This is the main thing that hurts people, because you think, therefore you are, and then you do. And so when you constantly have these negative thoughts and this negative energy around you, how do you think your, organs are going to react? This is why I said people that are more prone to gossip, they usually have a lot of throat problems. Now, me, I have throat problems because I talk all damn day, and also allergies. But, a lot of times people are just very, very hoarse and can't talk sometimes. And I think that comes from that. Also, headaches. what is the other main thing? Dizziness. People that get dizzy headaches and stuff like that. So the cleanses are miraculous for that. And I decided to go ahead and price them at that until the new moon. So definitely make sure that you go on the website and take advantage of that. And then also look at some of the other spells that I have available on the website. And then also if you just want a reading, okay. My readings, my 30-minute readings are on sale for $25, and you can actually purchase that in up to 2 increments for an hour. You can get a 2-hour reading with that special also, just to let you guys know that. Okay. So if you have any questions, the link to my website and my phone number is in the video description box. My email address is queenjamila941@gmail.com. And then also my phone number where I can be reached, you can reach me by phone or by text, is 770-686-7461. If I don't catch your call, just leave a message and I'll definitely call you back. Okay. So I hope you I hope you guys have a good day. Goodness gracious, I need to drink some more of this coffee. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Blessings to you all, and make sure that you stick around for your reading for today. I'm going to be doing a universal reading for you guys today. I think the moon is in Scorpio today, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that, because I actually looked at it last night, the zodiac, when I was doing my last reading. So I'll talk to you guys later. All right. Namaste.